What's up, what's up, what's up? It's your boy Mo Kicks to Bruce Lee, back again for another banger. Hey, check this out. We're here for a new series today called Sneaker One-on-One. Believe it or not, I get a lot of messages, a lot of DMs, a lot of text messages about how to cop a certain shoe, or why the shoe is so limited, or why the shoe costs so much pre-sale, or why the shoe costs so much resale. And so I figured, why not make a series on it and just kind of explaining the do's and the don'ts of hopping into the sneaker game. So today's first episode is going to cover what I think is the most important part of this whole thing, which is social media now. I'm old enough to have been around pre-social media where you didn't have that. You just walked into a store, bought a shoe, or found out when the shoe came out, which was a good time. But things always change along with the sneaker game. So now you just got to adjust to how the times are now. And it's pretty easy, but we're going to go into it on Sneaker One-on-One. So the first part of social media that's very important, vital, are your apps, your foot apps, your regular sneakers apps, and just certain apps that you can cop of. The first crucial one that I will go over is Sneakers app. Sneakers app is a Nike app where they drop the latest releases, the latest limited releases, the sneaker draws, all of those types of things. Sometimes they do little virtual scavenger hunts, scratch offs, anything like that on the Sneakers app. You can't cop the latest Travis Scott on the regular Nike site. It's on the Nike app, Sneakers app. Now I know some of y'all are saying, like, oh, Sneakers app. I do get a lot of folks that say, hey, I want to cop this shoe Saturday. What I need to do? And I say, oh, Sneakers app. Here they go. What's that? So people need to know about Sneakers app. Sneakers app can be found on your Google Play Store, anywhere you get apps from. It's free. And like I said, what it does, it just lets you know when the shoe is coming out. You can see the date. You can also press the notify me button. Make sure you turn the notifications on, and it will notify you 15 minutes before that specific shoe drops, a week before it drops, and you can just be in the know, and you'll know about the latest hype shoes or the latest Jordan, latest Air Max. You won't miss nothing with Sneakers app. The second most important app to have is Adidas app. Why is the second app? Because it's checks over stripes with me. But I'm just playing, but I'm serious. But for my Adidas lovers, Adidas Confirm app is the same thing that Nike Sneakers app is to Nike. That's what it is for Adidas. This is the app where all of the limited drops comes to first. Your Yeezy boots, your Yeezy basketball shoes, Yeezy slides. All your limited Adidas will come on this site, on this app, and drop there first. It'll have a notify me button just like Nike Sneakers app. And you need to have both of them because most people like Nike and Adidas. So that's another app you need to download to get you in the loop of the latest Adidas drops. We're gonna take a pause for the cause and go over some basic sneaker lingo or terminology that, again, people don't know. Deadstock or DS, that means the shoe is brand new. This shoe hasn't been taken out of the box. This shoe is brand new from when it first came out or released. And it hasn't been worn yet, and it hasn't been touched yet. Just basically brand new. So when you see somebody say, hey, I got a size 8 Air Jordan 1 DS, that means it's dead stock and it's brand new. That's basically all that one is. HypeBeast. HypeBeast is a person who buys things just because everybody else likes it and not really because they like it, because they want to be in and be cool. Sometimes, and we all have HypeBeast moments sometimes. Certain shit come out, you like, oh, I got to have it. Then like 3 months later, you like, I'm finna say these jokes. So we all have the moments, but then you got some people who are just strictly HypeBeast. They just want what everybody can't get. And it's not, I guess, some people look on it, as being bad, but like I said, we already have our moments. We all have our moments. So HypeBeast, that's a word you need to know, and also Deadstock. So the next important apps to have is J23 or either Soul Links. These apps are the apps that let you know, they notify you of any restocks that's going on with any brand. They let you know of any drops that's going on in any websites. They let you know when certain things are on sale. They let you know when certain things restock and come out again. They let you know when, news of a certain shoe that's about to drop or that's going to drop in the future. This is where that all takes place. And those are good apps to have because it lets you know everything you need to know in the sneaker world, period. And it's just a matter of what you think is the easiest to work. I personally like J23 app, but I do have Soul Links as well because sometimes, depending on your reception, it might not go through on one app, but the other app will notify you. Just like, for example, if a Travis Scott drops right now, J23 app is gonna notify me to where to go and how to get it. You know, so that's the same thing for Soul Links, and you need to have both of those so you can be notified as well with the other apps of the Sneaker 101. So your next most important apps to have are GOAT, StockX. It is pretty much your preference. You got to download both of them to see, hey, which one works better for you or if you like both of them. But what these sites are, your premium reselling sites that everybody goes by. And they also let you know a real-time snapshot of what your shoe is worth at that particular time. So let's say you hit on a shoe on the Adidas app or Sneakers app that's very limited. You say, I don't want this, I want to try to resell it. Well, you would either go to StockX or GOAT. GOAT, you can either sell used shoes or new shoes on. StockX, you can only sell new shoes on, but you can sell them directly to them and they'll pay you out of their pocket and you don't have to deal with a buyer. And you can just, it's easy to set you up an account, post what you have for sale, your lowest ask, or if you want to accept a bid that somebody has, and you can just sell it. And then within 2 weeks, when they authenticate the shoe, they'll send the money to your account. And also, it still just lets you know a real time, just in case you're buying off somebody. If you're at a sneaker con and somebody says they have a shoe for a certain amount, you can check StockX and see if it's really worth that or are they overcharging you. And these are two important sites you need to have with this sneaker stuff. Don't mean you got to necessarily buy from them, but it just helps you know what your collection is worth or what the shoe is worth. So if you want to try to sell or try to buy or trade, you know what they're worth and what the value is. Or if you get a shoe you just want to make money, you can send it to them and don't have to worry about anybody. So go to StockX, download them, check them out, see which one is easiest for you to use. You definitely need to keep that along with the other apps that we have mentioned in the beginning on the Sneaker 101. So another word you need to know is called Quick Strike. This word, QS or either Quick Strike, you'll see it on your shoe labels, and this is for all your limited shoes. Basically, they only drop in a certain amount of pairs real quick, little to no promotion, and it's a quick strike. That's basically what Quick Strike is. But a lot of people, what's a Quick Strike? Now you know. Another word you need to know, collab, and it's self-explanatory, but it's basically referring to all of your Travis Scott and Jordan releases, or Travis Scott and Nike, Kanye or Adidas, that's a collab. Pharrell and Adidas, that's a collab. So we'll say, hey, what's the new collab coming out? Now you know they ain't talking about no song. It's talking about a sneaker. Hey, we down to the last three, man. The last three sites that you definitely need to have for this sneaker stuff. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Well, these are three apps that you probably already have, but what you need to do is follow more sneaker related pages, because these sites and apps is what all these companies use to promote on. You know, this is where they post the majority of their stuff for whatever's coming out, and you need to follow, you know, pages like Z Sneakerheads, Sneaker News, Sneaker Bar Detroit, Kicksology. Like, these are different sites you can follow, and they all posting all day certain shoes that are coming out in the future, certain restocks, and this will also keep you in tune with just what's coming out or when it's coming out, so you won't be sitting there like, oh, I didn't know those came out. It's a lot of messages I get too about a shoe drop, and then a person say, oh, where can I buy it? Like, well, hey, you missed it. So that's how you would know when stuff would come out, what to go for, when to be ready for it, how to save your money in time to get ready. Because that's one of the biggest things people say is hard now to cop sneakers. It's actually easier to me because they let you know months ahead of a time when a shoe is coming out. You got time to save your money, get together how many pairs you want, if you want multiple pairs. So it gets easier if you just know what you're doing, which is what Sneaker 101 is, you know, here for you to learn. So you need to do Facebook and follow groups on there too. You have sneaker groups that you can hop in that are basically small sneaker communities, and people post about shoes all day in there. I'm an admin of Laces for Days on Facebook. That is a group. I advise you to check that out and join that group. We have like a little survey you got to answer before you get in to make sure that you coming in and gonna be honest if you're trying to sell, because people buy, trade, and resell in these Facebook groups all day, and it's a ton of them. But like I said, Laces for Days is a good one. I'm an admin of that. I'm also an admin of a Tennessee, Sneakerheads of Tennessee. That's a good group to have if you're in this Tennessee area like I am. And like I said, we just talk about shoes all day. People post, hey, I got 12 pairs of this. This is my asking price. And see, these groups come in handy for, hey, you miss a drop on a Saturday morning. Well, at 10 o'clock, you missed that drop. At 11, somebody's posting, they got 20 pairs for sale. So, hey, you missed it. Now you got your chance to buy it. So these sites come in handy, and you meet people, which is going to go into our next episode, which is networking. But this group is a part of what you need to be being in as far as social media, and it's also a part of the actual networking part that we're going to go over in the next episode too. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, follow all the pages that I talked about in the beginning. Again, there's Z Sneakerheads, Foot Locker, Champs, StockX has a page, Sneaker News, Sneaker Bar Detroit, Z Sneakerheads, Just for Kicks, Kicksology, all of these pages that I'm just naming, you can follow any of those and they'll keep you up to date with what's coming out, when it's coming out, where to cop it from, and you'll be in the know a little bit more on sneakers.